Across our planet, communities are grappling with the force of nature, some facing it in the form of relentless rain and surging rivers, others through the subtle but significant influence of our nearest star. Today, the story of global disasters is unfolding on two fronts: the Earth's turbulent weather patterns and the dynamic activity of the Sun. In Europe, the picturesque landscapes of Italy, so often admired for their beauty, are overshadowed by floods and severe weather. The regions of Emilia-Romagna, Toscana, and Lombardia, each known for their unique charm and historical significance, now find themselves confronting a different reality. Rivers that once brought life and abundance to these areas have swollen beyond their banks, carrying away not just water, but security and normalcy for thousands of residents. The flood warning here is at a threat level of 2 out of 3, a serious prompt for vigilance and rapid response. As families prepare to weather the storm, emergency services are stretched thin, sandbagging riverbanks, and evacuating those in dangerous low-lying areas. Crossing to France, the picture is similarly dire. The regions of Gers, Arras and Gimont-Save are submerged in turmoil, with significant flooding prompting level 2 out of 4 alerts. Homes and businesses, nestled amongst vineyards and rolling countryside, are now threatened by rising waters. Local authorities work tirelessly, coordinating rescue operations and ensuring vulnerable citizens have shelter and supplies. Roads have become rivers, and the rhythm of daily life has been interrupted by nature's unpredictable hand. Yet these stories of resilience are not limited to Europe. In India, the monsoon has arrived with a vengeance. The capital region known as the National Capital Territory of Delhi, alongside the state of Uttar Pradesh, is under the sway of heavy rainfall and fierce winds. Thunderstorms light up the night, accompanied by the sharp crackle of lightning. For millions, the commute to work is not just an inconvenience, but a struggle against inundated streets and disrupted transportation. Livelihoods have been interrupted, with schools closed, businesses shuttered, and entire neighborhoods standing vigil over swelling drains and sodden fields. The storms bring not only water, but also anxiety, a reminder of the thin line between nourishment and disaster in regions dependent on the rains. To the southeast, Malaysia is enduring its own tribulations. Since the beginning of May, the eastern reaches of Borneo Island have become a stage for relentless flooding. Entire communities have been evacuated, grappling with the heartbreak of leaving behind homes and possessions while seeking shelter in crowded relief centers. Fields stand waterlogged, and the challenge of coordinating rescue and recovery efforts grows with every downpour. The resilience of the Malaysian people is evident in every act of neighborly kindness, in every volunteer who wades through floodwaters to bring food and comfort to those displaced. Thailand, too, is in the grips of nature's fury. For days, provinces across the country have been battered by rains that refuse to let up. Floodwaters creep ever higher, turning city streets into canals and leaving behind a trail of destruction. Tragically, lives have been lost. The toll of these disasters is measured not only in property damages but in the deep, irreplaceable losses suffered by families and communities. What unites these seemingly disparate incidents is more than water alone. It is the ongoing struggle to adapt to a changing world, where extreme weather events are becoming more frequent and more destructive. Behind every flooded home and damaged road lies the pressing question of how best to prepare, to respond, and to rebuild when nature's wrath descends. Governments and humanitarian organizations, scientists and ordinary citizens alike are being called to action, investing in better infrastructure, improved forecasting, and stronger community networks. Because in the face of disaster, it is human connection that so often carries us through. But the challenges do not stop at our atmosphere. Beyond the clouds and storms, out in the vast expanse of space, the sun is quietly asserting its influence. Right now, its activity is classified as moderate. Streams of solar wind race towards Earth at speeds reaching up to 700 kilometers per second, a constant, invisible flow of charged particles sweeping across the solar system. Today, these conditions have triggered a minor geomagnetic storm, known in scientific terms as G1. Most of us will never notice, but this subtle disturbance can have significant repercussions. It may disrupt communications, affect the operation of satellites, and even pose challenges for power grids. Solar flares, those dramatic bursts of energy on the surface of the sun, have been relatively tame. 8 minor flares detected today, with the most energetic rated at C5.4. While that number may seem arcane, It sits well below the most dangerous classes, which have the power to blast the Earth with waves of radiation. 4 active sunspot regions dot the Sun's surface, fertile grounds for future flare activity. The good news: there are no solar storms currently aimed at Earth. Yet, with the chance of stronger M-class flares at 35% and rarer, but more potent, X-class flares at 5%, scientists are keeping careful watch. What happens on the Sun affects us more than many realize. Intense solar storms have the potential to disrupt GPS satellites, affect high-frequency radio communications, and even induce currents strong enough to damage electrical transformers here on our planet. For astronauts in orbit, for pilots flying transpolar routes, and for the technicians who maintain our technological backbone, the Sun's mood swings are far from distant curiosities. They are operational realities. That is why continuous monitoring is critical. Space weather prediction centers across the globe sift through streams of data, seeking patterns and warning signs, always striving to provide advance notice for the systems and people that depend so heavily on seamless connectivity. When we look at this tapestry of events, flooded towns, battered coastlines, storm-racked skies, and solar winds, you might wonder what links them all. The answer lies in our planet's intricate web of systems, where Earth and Sun, land and sky, people and technology are bound together in ways both visible and unseen. Every event, whether a thunderstorm in Delhi or a solar flare millions of miles away, serves as a reminder of our shared vulnerabilities, and of the resilience that defines us. Preparedness, vigilance, and compassion are our strongest tools. Staying informed allows individuals and communities to act quickly when disaster threatens. Investments in science and technology help us understand and mitigate risk, whether the danger comes from rising floodwaters or from the boundless energy of our star. And, perhaps above all, fostering a spirit of cooperation, across borders and between disciplines, equips us to face an uncertain world together. As each new day dawns, bringing its own challenges and opportunities, we are reminded anew of our place in this vast, dynamic universe. The events of today, both terrestrial and solar, underscore the importance of being ready, of building systems, networks, and relationships that strengthen our ability to weather any storm, whether it comes from rain clouds or from the sun itself.